Opelika is a city in and the county seat of Lee County in the east-central part of the state of Alabama. It is a principal city of the Auburn-Opelika metropolitan area. According to the 2013 census estimate, the population of Opelika was 28,635. The Auburn-Opelika, Alabama MSA with a population of 150,933 which, along with the Columbus, Georgia metropolitan area and Macon County, Alabama, comprises the Greater Columbus, Georgia, a region home to 501,649 residents. The first white settlers in the area now known as Opelika arrived in the late 1830s and established a community called Lebanon. After the removal of the native Greek, Muskogee, peoples by federal troops in 1836–37, the area became known as Opelika. This word taken from the Muskogee language means large swamp. In 1848, the Montgomery and West Point Railroad Company extended a rail line from Montgomery, Alabama, to Opelika, and in 1851, completed a connection to West Point, Georgia, thus connecting Opelika with Atlanta, Georgia. This line was the only direct rail route between New Orleans and the eastern seaboard. It rapidly became one of the primary trade lines for shipments of raw cotton from southern plantations to the north. The Montgomery and West Point was soon joined by a rail connection to Columbus, Georgia, in 1855, and a connection to Birmingham, Alabama, in 1869. Almost overnight, Opelika became a regional hub for commerce. To manage this rapid growth, Opelika was incorporated as a town on February 9, 1854, then within Russell County. As a result of Opelika's transportation infrastructure, many warehouses for storing cotton and other goods were built. With the onset of the Civil War, these warehouses were converted to Confederate supply depots. In 1864 and 1865, Union raids commanded by Lovell Rousseau and James H. Wilson attacked Opelika, tearing up the railroads and destroying all government property, including Opelika's warehouses. Soon after the end of the war, the Alabama state legislature created a new county out of parts of Macon, Russell, Chambers, and Tallapoosa counties to be named after Confederate General Robert T. Lee. In 1866, citizens of the new Lee County voted Opelika as the county seat. The town was technically unincorporated after having its charter revoked for abetting the rebellion against the United States. After Opelika received a new charter in 1870, rapid growth resumed. The town nearly doubled in size between 1870 and 1900. During this time, Opelika began to gain a reputation as a wild, lawless town. Soon after receiving the new charter, city officials attempted to scam outside investors by issuing fake railroad bonds. For this, the town's charter was revoked again in 1872, and the town was administered as a police district by the state legislature for the following year. Opelika's downtown was packed with saloons catering to railroad workers and other men. Frequent gunfire in the street by intoxicated patrons resulted in railroads directing their passengers to duck beneath the windows when their trains passed through the town. In 1882, two factions claimed to rule the city government, one known as the Barroom headed by Mayor Dunbar, a saloon keeper, and another known as the Citizens. In a riot in late November to December of that year, a dozen men were wounded. In the end, a few were killed. The Citizens had claimed control of the city via the elections, but Dunbar refused to give up. After continued violence, the state legislature revoked the city's charter and the governor sent in the militia to restore order. The legislature appointed 5 commissioners to manage the city, a situation that continued until 1899. That year the legislature restored the city's charter. Historic downtown Opelika has had an urban design revitalization in association with the National Main Street Incorporated program. With a compact historic district listed on the National Register of Historic Places, downtown Opelika has attracted a variety of specialty shops, galleries, antique stores, and restaurants. It is also mentioned in a song by the Laurie Bruckner Band. With industrial and retail growth has come an increase in population. From 2000 to 2010, Opelika grew from 23,638 to 26,617. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, the city has a total area of 53.4 square miles, 138 square kilometers, of which 52.8 square miles, 137 square kilometers, is land and 0.7 square miles, 1.8 square kilometers 1.24%, is water. Opelika has focused on technology, becoming the first city in Alabama to deploy a 100% fiber network that offers gig internet speeds. Opelika, Alabama joins only a handful of other American cities that have deployed similar networks. Opelika combines hometown business with advanced technology infrastructure. The town once known for its railroad now has a new locomotive, the lightning-fast internet speeds. Opelika is the only smart city in the state of Alabama, and one of the few in the nation to offer such cutting-edge internet services to its citizens and its businesses.